How does one grow a YouTube audience if they have 0 subscribers? I think that's the scariest thing. How do I go from 0 to something? See all these YouTube channels with 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 subscribers, but they're like, where did that come from? How did that manifest? So I want to tell you, as a normal guy who built their fitness YouTube channel from literally 0 to 7,000 subscribers, and now is building a second YouTube channel about YouTube growth, helping complete beginners become part-time YouTubers. This channel, I also started from 0 subscribers. It just passed 100, maybe more by the time you see this video. I will tell you the 2 principles I use to build a YouTube channel from 0 subscribers, because it is really hard to grow on YouTube. I'm not going to tell you it's on easy mode or it's actually super easy or simple, because YouTube can be very hard. It's a very saturated space, but at the same time, I actually think it's possible if people do YouTube with the right intention. So the first principle is to hyper niche. I'm a big believer in hyper niching, and that's the term I'm using, because every niche is saturated. 10 years ago, you can make a simple tutorial and get 1 million views, because those tutorials literally didn't exist. People were like, I want a video tutorial on this exercise or this cooking, a random overview of some specific art piece from the 1700s, or a TV show that I want to deep dive on. You could actually be the first one to make those videos. But now every video topic's been done. So what you need to do is go deeper, go to a specific niche within a niche. And I know that sounds silly, but what ends up happening is that you create videos on topics that A, have never been done before, and B, you actually make videos on someone that feels like, wow, this is so specific. I feel like this video was made just for me. So I'll give you an example from my own life and then channels I've seen. So my own channel, it was a fitness channel, or it is a fitness channel. It's still running. And I grew that again to 7,000 subscribers. I started with generic fitness content because I was like, okay, I'm niching down into fitness. YouTube should find the audience. But then once I realized that after 4 months of generic fitness content, it was not doing anything, it was not doing numbers, I niched down further to kettlebell content within fitness, because that's how I trained. I was really passionate about kettlebells. I was really passionate about the specific benefits that kettlebells can give you. I was really passionate about the specific culture of kettlebells. And that's when my channel started blowing up. The channel now has almost 500,000 views and it's doing really well. And now my channel has become one of the kettlebell channels on YouTube that people go to. I've collaborated with the biggest people in the kettlebell niche. That hyper niching, it didn't feel overly narrow. It felt like, wow, I'm really passionate about this one specific thing. It's hard to find people in my real life who are passionate about kettlebells. So now I found a community online. I can talk about kettlebells. I've lived for a few years doing kettlebells, so I know this niche really specifically and I can talk about it. And so that helped me build a following because I was in a topic that was specific and underserved. And within that, I even talked about specific workouts that no one talked about. I talked about the kettlebell mile, which was a workout no one talked about. And those videos went viral and even started trends, and which was really cool. I invented workouts in the kettlebell niche and I talked about them. So that was the first principle, hyper niche. Find the thing you care about within the niche and go even deeper. So if you're into gaming, I've seen channels just dedicated to talking about The Legend of Zelda. I've seen TV show channels just dedicated to talking about Breaking Bad. And I'm like, wow, this person just goes super deep into a specific idea. That's the first principle, hyper niching. But that principle alone won't build you an audience. You can talk about a topic that hasn't talked about, but even then, there is still a niche within that. So how do you stand out now within that hyper niche? It might be easier to stand out because it's smaller, but you still need to stand out. And that's where you bring your differentiator. And so for me in the kettlebell niche, I brought that differentiator of being a really empathetic, regular guy. I'm seriously a non-athletic background, regular guy who picked up kettlebells, who works a desk job, and what can I bring to that? So even within the hyper niche, I differentiate myself by being this empathetic, regular guy, targeted people in their 30s and 40s who were just struggling with their fitness routine. And so I wanted to say that even with kettlebells, I'm not trying to be the strongest guy, pick up the heaviest kettlebell. I'm just trying to be a regular guy. Those are the 2 principles, hyper niching and differentiation. And when I started differentiating, it wasn't just that, okay, cool, you're talking about a topic that people don't usually talk about, but people came to me and they really liked my vibe, which I was very humbled by it. I don't think I'm anything special, but they liked the regular guy vibe I put. And so taking those 2 principles into this channel, YouTube growth, how I'm hyper niching is that I'm not just talking about YouTube growth for everyone. I specifically want to target complete beginners who are trying to make the transformation into part-time YouTubers, which is the transformation I made. I love talking to people who have not started a YouTube channel and think it's impossible and think it's this dream, and then help them start it, and then from there start and get it to a part-time success, aka 5,000 subscribers, $1,000 a month in revenue, having a 0 to 1 creative mindset. I love making that transformation. And then the differentiator I think I bring, because I'm sure there's other people who target those same people, is that again, I'm a regular empathetic guy. I understand the ups and downs of the human condition. I understand the struggles, and I just want to help you gently through that process and say, hey, you can do it, and I'm gonna help you get there. And so hopefully that differentiator, that empathy that helped me on my fitness channel, connects with me on the YouTube growth channel. And that's how you build an audience. I don't need to get into all these ultra specific hacks, retention hacking, CTR, all of that. There's room for that. And I want to make videos talking about titles, thumbnails, retention, because all of that's important. I really do want to make those videos. But I want to start with these high principles of hyper niche and differentiation. And from that, you'll get the fundamentals on how to build a channel from 0 subscribers to 5,000 subscribers and more. And so with that, I hope you found that really helpful. And if you want more of the nitty gritty, you can watch this video here about how I got 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I'll see you there. Peace out.